Man, camera, light, bag. Man, camera, light, bag. Man, camera. Oh, it's you. I didn't know you were coming by today. I was just taking this dementia test, and oh, it's actually a good thing you're here today because it's moving day at the Gress household, and I'm really glad you stopped by. I was just about to switch over from my Think Tank Retrospective 30 to my new Billingham 445. I don't know if you know about these bags, but I've always wanted one, or at least I've wanted one for a long time, and today I finally decided to treat myself. Maybe about 15 or so years ago, I had one of these bags and it got stolen out of my car, and I just never replaced it. And so, I guess true story, so don't leave things in your car. And so I guess let's just jump in here since you stopped by, and I'll show you what I have in the retrospective 30 and sort of how it's laid out and the things I have in there. And then as I take them out, we'll put them into the Billingham 445, and we'll see how that goes. I'm a little worried about one thing. I'm not really sure where the laptop's going to go in this bag because I don't think it was designed with that in mind, but it did say on their website that it will take a 16-inch MacBook, so I guess we'll find out together. So let's actually start off by opening up the Billingham and seeing what's inside, and then we'll go into what's inside the Think Tank, because I actually can't wait any longer. I just really want to see what's in this bag. So let's see. To find out where the opening is. Can you tell I dressed up for this today? I'll pick that up later. Comes with this cover. It's also very, I don't know, I like it because it's emblazoned with the logo and stuff. They make these bags in England right outside of Birmingham, so in case that's a fun fact you might want to know. It's just so regal and cool that I just had to, I just had to have it. Let's see. Not quite sure how we're going to get into this. Maybe they should have put a manual with this one. Let's see. Okay, we got that thing open. Possibly. Well, at least we know nobody's gonna quickly get this open and steal, pickpocket me. Let's see. Now there's a second line of protection. Wow. Okay, so we got that done. And I'll have to apologize, the top-down camera is my C100, which is about a 6 or so year old cinema camera, and it's not 4K, so we won't be doing any like punch-ins today. All my 4K cameras are in this one, so except for the C200, which we're recording on. Okay, so there's a nice strap to go with it. It does come with a series of dividers. Let's sort of see what those look like. So little lens pouches are pockets. I'm not quite sure why one is tall and one is short. That seems a little impractical. This, I think, is the base plate. And then this little divider. I don't know if you're like me, but I have a ton of dividers in a bag in my closet, so I'll probably have to get one out of there for this guy. Maybe I'll steal it from that one. This feels tapered, so I'm going to put the smaller end at the bottom. Okay, and then put one of these in. And I think I'll put the other one in right next to it. I kind of wish they were both tall, but I guess that's life. Okay. All right, that's roughly divided in 1/4 sections. So let's see what's in the front. So there is a large pocket here with 2 little pouches. I think this is going to be the laptop spot, although I did see online someone else in their what's in my bag put their laptop in the back. So okay. It bothers me to put it in the back because there's literally like just a thin piece of fabric, but then again, like that's kind of what you do on this one, so I don't know. I think I'm going to go in the front with this. Then there are 2 more sort of utility pouches here for all sorts of things. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what's in this bag. So the Retrospective 30 does zip closed at the top. I did like this bag a lot because it has a handle in the back, or it has a pocket in the back that goes right over the rolling handle of your luggage. So I got this back when I used to go in the airport all the time and travel. That doesn't exist over here on this one. So I'm thinking this might have to suffice as sort of my trolley strap, if you will, in British English. But I think the bag's so beautiful, I'm just not going to worry about that right now. I know that probably sounds very, very irresponsible, but yeah, that's me at the moment. Okay, so you can see I have all the cameras here, and I guess let's start moving. So this is my Canon 70-200 2.8 version 2. I didn't buy the version 3. I'm very excited to buy the RF 70-200 f4, provided that it doesn't lipstick, meaning that it doesn't extend as you zoom it. Every lens that I've had that's been a 24-70 from Canon, or 28-70 back in the day, they've all needed to be shipped in to be repaired because the front elements end up out of whack, and I think it's just a really bad, so much that I would like to get rid of my current 24-70 and not buy a mid-range zoom again, but I know that's a little impractical. But definitely for this lens, I don't want that. So hopefully the f4 will be internal. So, taller or lower? Maybe we'll go taller, possibly. Here I'm putting it in the lower one. Okay, we better go the taller one because the lower one is too narrow for the hood. Okay, so trying to think of where I'm going with this. Okay, well, I have my Sigma 85 1.4 art lens, and I actually got this lens about 6 months ago, and I absolutely love it. I had the Canon 85 1.2 version 2 in EF, and it was a great lens, but I didn't know until I got this one how much that lens flared, and there was a lot of chromatic aberration with that lens as well, but it's really not something I should be surprised about since that lens is probably 12 years old, give or take, and this lens of course is brand new design, so I'll probably get the RF version of this. I guess we'll just wait and see. Is this going to go in here? Now, someone else I read in reviews online, okay, it did go in, was complaining that these things were like awkwardly shaped and they immediately had to start cutting them, and I could see why that might be the case. So the reason why I keep saying EF and RF is because I have a EF camera, the 5D Mark IV, and the R5, which is the RF camera. So this camera is actually sitting in here on top of a lens. So I'm gonna try to get that same sort of configuration going. So, look what it is. It's the 24-70. See, I actually do keep this lens with me a lot because it is pretty good for behind the scenes photos and just sort of general pictures. If I wasn't using this, I'd probably use the 16-35 f4, which I have in this camera right above me. So I guess we'll see what happens with this one. Okay, so it is a little narrower side to side. Oh, but it fit. It didn't seem like it wanted to go at first, but it did make it. I thought I was gonna have to turn the hood around. Well, you know, I'm not excited about the short lens pocket thingy here because I think when I put the camera on top, it's gonna end up hitting the 85. So I'm actually gonna use this as a vertical separator between the short pouch and the camera that's gonna end up here. And for now, I'm gonna steal this from here. But if you buy this from me on eBay, I swear I will put it back in. And I'm gonna use this sort of to keep my lens and camera separated. Because they're gonna end up together. And I just realized there's sort of a gap here. Oh, never mind, it's sewed together. At first I thought I might be able to slide the laptop in there. Same thing over here. No, I was gonna say, what if I could just like cut the seam and then make this a laptop pocket, but it seems like it could destroy the bag or cause problems. So let's put this RF guy in here. Are cameras guys or girls? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so take the 5D Mark IV out, which will be in here for, I guess, until the R5 shipment 3 starts up. I haven't ordered one yet, but I think I'm going to. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. So the lens I have in here, the last lens in this bag, is a Sigma Art 51.4. And this lens was also sharper and less chromatic aberration than the Canon 51.2, which I had before. So, so I'm very happy with this lens. I don't know what it's going to get replaced with when I switch the mount, but we'll find out. Okay, that worked. And if you didn't notice, I have the R to EF adapter on this camera. I'm just leaving it on here all the time. Okay, that's good. Now I'll take this 5D4 and stick it in there. Okay, that actually feels pretty good. Although it also feels like maybe there needs to be some cushioning between this lens and camera. I actually can't touch each other, so it's probably okay. All right, let's see where the laptop's going. Okay, I think it's gonna go right here. And it fits just fine. So this company does also sell laptop sleeves, or at least they did. They're all out of stock on their website, and they're for the 15-inch, so maybe they're gonna make the 16 soon. Or maybe I'm just gonna end up buying a sleeve from Amazon. Although, it doesn't feel like it's in a lot of danger here, but I think I might just feel better if I had a little case for it. Just to see if it's possible, let's see if it can go in the back. Oh, I zipped it closed. Well, Okay, it can fit in there and it can close, but the idea of me putting this against my body or the handles of my rolling suitcase right next to the computer, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna take this out and put it back in the front. Hopefully I didn't scratch it with the zipper as well. Okay, so that is pretty much the sexy part of this video. Now, I'm gonna fast forward probably through me moving all of these things in here. Like, all right, I think that's pretty good. Let's just get rid of this bag for now. From now on, let's go ahead and seal this guy up. There's more room here for like power supply and maybe card readers or something, although I might not use them. And I may or may not get that laptop laptop sleeve. This bag just feels so regal and fancy that I'm very excited to have it. And there is still room left over, by the way. I could put a flash or my light meter, or sure, you can come up with other ideas. A pancake lens, maybe? Not really sure. Sometimes also there are a lot of flaps. Sometimes also I will have a 100 2.8 macro that I might put in the bag, so I might have that in there instead of the 50. It's usually the sacrifice I make. I did used to, with this other bag, I would put the cameras in the front pouches and get more lenses in the back, which I guess I could do with this, but I just found that the bag was so heavy that I couldn't really, it just sucked. And then if I tried to roll through the airport with it, it would want to like knock my suitcase over. My wheels would sort of like cinch up. It was very awkward. So kind of trade-offs. I'm not sure that I'm digging this latch system design, but I guess it's going to keep everything safe, so that's good. I'm not really the type of photographer anymore that works out of a bag constantly. I could see where this wouldn't be a great, like, have it on your, well, maybe it would be okay. I probably just wouldn't fasten this. I was thinking not really a great shoot a wedding kind of bag, so, well, okay. Well, I think that was pretty good. I think if I had to, I could put this over the suitcase, or I'm just gonna sit this on top of the suitcase and hold it with my hand like right against the handle. Or this company does sell waist straps, so you're supposed to sling it across your body, I think, and then tie it around your waist. One of those connecting to these two sides, coming back, that would probably work for the luggage thing. So, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it, just based on the way that it looks. Yeah, so that is what's in my bag, and this is my new bag. So thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below, and I will talk to you soon. Stay safe.